This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising. I am Brent Doherty. The Titans hosting the Colts today at noon here in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. It is currently 75 degrees.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, my.
Lovely day for football.
Oh, it can just stay just like this, you know.
Yeah, I don't think so, Blaine.
I feel like I'm in California.
There is 88 degrees is the high temperature expected today. 49% chance of rain. There is rain to the west of us, but it looks nice right now.
Is it supposed to come this way?
We're okay.
Because
as long as we're done before
we gotta make
kickoff.
sure. Only reason why I'm asking in detail because we have to make sure Buck doesn't get rained on.
I'll melt.
He may melt.
I'm too
so
sweet.
we got to make sure he's inside.
Yeah.
At what point did you become such a diva, Buck?
I've been this way my entire life.
Like 6 years old.
His entire life.
Cognizance. I was like, you know what? I could be this way.
Colts at Titans today. Titans are a 4.5 to 5.5 point underdog, depending on where you look. ESPN Analytics gives the Titans a 34.3% chance to win today, but we will break it down. The Colts just rode by in their buses, so
Did they?
Blaine likes to boo the.
So if
No, I want to. I forgot my egg. I wanted to throw an egg.
my egg.
at the bus.
Well, the Rams were crooks last week. What are the Colts?
Yeah, that's right. When they rolled in,
They're
Blaine.
about to be breakfast today.
I love the fact that you wanted one egg to throw
Just
at
one.
3 buses.
Yeah, there's 3 buses.
Also, if you could hit that bus, that's like 75 yards from here.
Maybe not quite 75.
But
You don't think?
I don't think.
No, but the bus is so big I couldn't miss.
Yeah. I love it. Indianapolis has won 4 in a row in the series. They've won 2 in a row here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. In the last meeting, the Colts beat the Titans 38-30 in December in Indianapolis. The Colts ran the ball 50 times for 335 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I was at that. That was bad.
Were you there for that?
Tavondre Sweat didn't play in that game either.
Yeah. Speaking of, we know that he is out. They put him on injured reserve. Do you know anything in detail as to what's going on there with Tavondre Sweat?
Yeah, on Wednesday, he said he was going to play. And then on Thursday, he's literally in the locker room telling us he's going to play, Blaine. On Wednesday, and then on Thursday, they're saying that he re-injured his ankle, the ankle that's been giving him problems. So now it's an abdominal injury. It's tonsillitis that took him out for all of training camp. And an ankle will cost him not just this game, but the following 3 after that, which means
At least
3 road games for the Titans at Houston, at Vegas, at Arizona after today.
So they put him on IR?
They put him on injured reserve yesterday.
I was concerned when they said that he said he was going to play. The next day they put out a video of him jogging.
Yeah.
I said, oh, no.
Propaganda.
There is no way he is playing.
AI,
You're
fake
talking about a
news.
300-pound guy, and he's limping while he's jogging.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor that you were jogging around the stadium here before.
Yeah, I was.
Broadcast.
I was getting my little warm up, and they let me shower in there and everything. So, yeah,
Game day, baby.
They know I'm kind of sad that it's about to, tear the building down.
Yeah.
So they give me access to shower and poop and everything else.
Pregame.
It's my pregame ritual. My nervous poop. Yeah, my nervous poop.
The building that Blaine built.
No, they got the guys who
Dude,
built
seriously
it right
though, year one, that was a crazy environment in there, and you guys went 8-0 in that building.
Man, I'm waiting. It's probably not going to happen again until we get to the new stadium. Revision is history, right? I keep saying this, so don't nobody take it. I'm the first one who said it 2 years ago. When the new stadium opens, they will be a playoff contending, Super Bowl contending team. Yes, I said it.
History repeats itself.
We were middle of the road. We had no idea when we got into the stadium that we would be like that. And as the season went along, the confidence grew. And, man, that's an infectious type deal, man. So, hopefully, that'll be where the Titans will be. I'm predicting it will be.
Well,
anyway.
hopefully you won't be where you were in the Super Bowl, surrounded by a bunch of doctors in a room.
Oh, no, I was just about to say that. I said I hope not. That means we probably come up with an L again.
How frustrating was that? Like, with your guys out there. And could you hear the roar of the crowd?
Oh, yeah. Well, we had the doctors had the radio on, so we were listening to it via radio while I'm sitting in a MRI machine, and they're like, "Oh man, they're driving down." So I was getting excited that I was thinking in my mind, McNair, every time he's driven down, he scored. He doesn't disappoint. So I thought we were going to tie it up. There was no doubt in my mind, and that's where you have to have that kind of confidence because he's done it so many times. It comes by and hey man, I got him figured out, and then does it. So we got to get to it. I think Cam Ward has some of these attributes though. Not won games yet, of course, at this point in time. But
that was the '99 season. How did you get hurt? I don't even remember.
I would say I just hurt myself.
Yeah.
I had my head down on a tackle. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Well, he got hit into me, and I so it was bad.
That dramatically affected the defensive strategy.
Where were you at in 2000?
The '99 season.
You were doing your yell on the X.
I would have been. No, they don't get the yell.
I know that's
they don't
not
get
you,
the yell till they win football games.
That's when you were turning into a diva. You were like 5 or
No, it would have been.
Here's what really happened.
Cairo, Egypt. Yeah, this is probably where it started in Mahdi British International School.
Oh,
so
yeah,
super
there's
pretentious.
no question right there.
No one knew this information. That's why. Yep.
That's where I was in 1999.
Game hitting information here on 104.5.
British school in Cairo, Egypt. Yep, that'll do it.
It started early.
That will do it. That's for sure.
Give us something that you learned that nobody would expect.
Cricket.
You learned how to play cricket?
Yeah, I can
Can
play
you play
cricket.
now?
I mean, I could probably if you gave me a couple of practice reps.
Well,
Get my wicket
that's
out there. We'll have a big time.
I mean, playing it, I wouldn't know if you were doing it right or not. Right?
I definitely wouldn't know.
Exactly. That's on you.
Let's talk about how they're affected by Tavondre Sweat. So, obviously, last week, without him, Big Jeff got double-teamed constantly.
And still found ways to make plays.
Still found ways to make plays. But what can they do schematically to limit this run game with the NFL's leading rusher coming in here?
Yeah, I don't know if it's anything high level, Blaine, right? It's just a matter of make sure that you're disciplined in your assignments, that you've got good gap integrity, that your eyes are disciplined that way. This was a game in which last time at Indy when they gave up so many rushing yards, and it was a 1-point game, but they shouldn't get credit for it being a 1-point game. They got their doors blown off pretty early in that one and then found themselves with an onside kick opportunity at the end. It was pretty surprising, but still, it's really just a discipline, do your job, and assignment type of game. They haven't talked about it as any kind of high-level difference. You've got, I think, solid depth guys in Sebastian Joseph Day and Shai Tuttle that can help you. You've got big body edge guys to help you keep things in front of you. But this is probably the best offensive line in the division. Jeff Simmons and Quentin Nelson have had plenty of battles throughout the course of their career. That'll be a pivotal matchup today. You've got to find ways to collapse the pocket on Daniel Jones. That was not something that they could do against Matt Stafford, so you have to try and make this team one-dimensional. They've been very efficient. They've been very balanced across the board, Blaine, so far. But, in any one-game sample size, and I don't want to start doing this as strategy because it's not. It's kind of – you're almost trying to manifest it into existence. But y'all watch Thursday Night Football between the Dolphins and the Bills. That game was a lot closer than I think most people expected it to be. Not 12.5. That was ridiculous. But the thing that kept the Dolphins in the game before Tua throws the interception is the Dolphins' defense. And the Dolphins' defense has been atrocious through the start of the year. So in any one-game sample size, you have a right to go out and prove that you're better than your previous 2 performances. And I think, Blaine, you could speak to that better than most.
Yeah, I mean, whenever it's a divisional game, which the Bills game was too as well, you know the guys so well. You know their offense. You know their defenses. So you have a plan of confidence going into the game that you can beat them. Most athletes still believe they can win regardless of what they're going against. But when you have familiarity, I think that brings a lot to the table. This Colts team, though, makes me offensively very nervous because they have the recipe. They can run the football, have a really good offensive line. Danny Dimes is playing incredible, and we all know they have some weapons all across the board, from Downs to Pittman to Pierce. I mean, we can just keep naming them. And now with the tight end. So what are we going to do against that? So you say, okay, we're going to do everything we can to stop the run. Well, does that mean blitz run game? I mean, are we going to blitz them? Or, I mean, what are we going to do? Are we going to just try to contain it and then try to play against the receivers in the pass game? Because if you don't get pressure on Jones, guess what? You are in trouble. He hasn't done anything spectacular, by the way. I thought I went and watched film. He's just been a distributor.
Yeah,
he's been the quarterback.
He's running the offense.
He's been a point guard.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
But that's
what you want out of your quarterback. So they have a lot of things going for them in their way on offense that I'm like, ooh, I don't know. We haven't contained the run. We haven't done a good job against the run, and they're supposed to be a team that can stop the run game. That was some of the reason why they signed.
The defensive coordinator talked a lot about that in the offseason. The Titans have given up 151 on the ground to Denver, 149 to the Rams last week, and now you've got Jonathan Taylor coming in here just to clean up that last that December game. Yeah, he's leading the NFL in rushing, but he had 218 and 3 touchdowns against the Titans in December. He's coming off a great performance in last week's 29-28 win over Denver, a win that the Colts should not have had. We'll talk about that in a second, but 25 carries, 165 yards, 50 yards receiving as well with a receiving touchdown. This is a guy that this offense for the Colts has influenced.
It has, because they would probably have the best skill position group in the division, right? Yeah. We're talking about across the board now, Ward, and by the way, he was on the YouTube report all week long. They cleared him. Yeah. Full go yesterday, so that's obviously something to keep an eye on. To Blake's point, there's just so many different things that they can go to where they're not having no one person's having to do all the heavy lifting. It's kind of antithetical to what this situation has been here for the Titans. It's Cam Ward and it's Alec Ironman last game and Chidre Dike on special teams, even though they got wiped off due to penalty with Cedric Gray and that blindside block that they called back against the Rams. It's a lot of young guys who are having to do the heavy lifting, and a lot of guys, to Jeff Simmons' credit, I think he's had a nice start to the season. That's got to be sustainable. Tony Pollard, I thought, had an efficient game last week, but they weren't able to run the ball as much in the second half, and I think people have been criticizing, fans seem critical of adjustments or lack thereof without actually knowing what the coaches are needing to adjust. It just seems like a common refrain. That I don't know if you guys have heard that on your shows throughout the course of the week, but I feel like that's something that fans keep going back to, even if they can't cite specific examples. That they have diversified things enough around Daniel Jones, but he's not having to do it all. And in fact, Jonathan Taylor's not having to do it.
Well, this is the best kind of weapons he had, even with the Giants, right?
By a mile. Saquon Barkley is better at the top end than any of them, but it was really the Saquon and Daniel Jones.
Titans Colts coming up at noon here at Nissan Stadium. Lee Company, all you need. Visit Lee Company online at leecompany.com. Kirby said he's lost this. It was playing us off something that didn't
Prospect. That's just coming out of left field. Ladarius Sneed. I like it. He plays all 17 games. You never know. Oh, man.
This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising. I'm Brent Doherty. Titans hosting the Colts today at noon at Nissan Stadium. Titans radio coverage begins at 11. The Titans trust their home stadium to Lee Company to tackle their heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical problems, and they can protect your home too. Your next play, visit leecompany.com. Lee Company, all you need. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by SA Recycling. SA Recycling reminds you to be a good fan this game day and look for recycle bins in and around Nissan Stadium. The actives and inactives list comes out at 10:30. We do know that defensive tackle Tavondre Sweat has been placed on IR. We've talked about that. He'll miss at least the next 4 games. We also know that right tackle J.C. Latham will miss today's game. Callahan said Udo and Ojukwu will both get reps. When you have 2 backup right tackles, you don't have 1, right? I just keep bringing up all the pleasantries so far.
Well, I mean, that's just what it is. You know,
it is what it is.
That's just the situation that they're currently in, and it's incumbent upon them to figure it out because we know what happens today if they don't. This is a new opportunity because it's a divisional game. You know, you only get so many fresh starts, but this is the rare one in week 3 for you to kind of reset the board and get back on track here if you have actual competitive fire and competitive stamina to you, Blaine, because they've been talking about competitive stamina all week long, which is crazy to me. Anyway, the backup right tackle situation is poor, but it's poor anywhere in the NFL. The thing that confuses me is why Oli Udoh was the backup tackle all the way up until they had to put him in the first regular season game. So the whole offseason program, you've got Ojukwu, you've got Udoh, and you decide that Udoh's your guy, and then all of a sudden, when you play Denver and he gives up 2 sacks when he goes in a reserve spot in J.C. Latham, then you start shuffling things around again. Ojukwu was bad last week. He had a couple of penalties. They're trying to help him on the right side, but he's still a UDFA, Blaine, and now they're talking about, I don't want to see them do this Mickey Mouse crap where they play both of them in a game again. I just think that's garbage.
Mickey Mouse?
It's a little Mickey Mouse.
I would agree. I have never seen anything like this, and then how they're making this decision. It's almost like it's conflicting, like, maybe let's just say if I'm throwing out ideas, the organization wants one guy and then the coaching staff wants another guy. I'm trying to figure out why you think this is the recipe for you to be successful in this game playing tackle. And because you just don't see that very often. So I'm trying to figure out why they're making that decision. And, it's for us to kind of, critique what those decisions are. At the end of the day, they just got to be good enough in this game. So besides that, I'm also concerned with all 3 phases at some point playing well on the same day.
Yeah.
Like there's always 1 phase or 2 phases that plays well. We could talk about the Denver game or, different games, but that seems more consistent to me when you're talking about this team under Callahan, not just this year, also last year. So that's what I want to see is some form of this breaking, regardless of who's able to play, who's not. We all know all these teams have injuries, and it's always about the backups who can hold the fort for a game or 2 to see what you can do. So I want to see if the team, you said mental fatigue, man, that's a kind of a interesting wording because I never heard it like that, but that is exactly what it is. Or is it just a talent deficit deal, and then they get worn down and they just don't have enough? It's probably a combination of both, but at the same time, they always keep making mistakes, whether it's the offense, defense, or special team. And we can say special team is much improved now, but I can't say that the offense and defense have played consistent enough where, you believe that, come down to the last drive, either one of these sides of the ball is going to go win it.
No, they're the least explosive offense in football, the Titans. They are the worst in terms of pass protection. They are the worst in terms of penalties as a team. They lead the league in penalties again after spending basically their entire offseason program trying to rectify the penalty issue, which is, I'm sorry, at some point you have to look at the coaching staff and be like, why isn't the message getting through here that you just have to stop playing? Like, I can't imagine it's that difficult to just stop starting as often as they do.
I cannot.
Don't line up all sides either.
That's the things under your control, man. And
right.
These are some of the same things as last year, though. Penalties, drop balls, sacks allowed, not finishing in the 4th quarter. The same recipe is still here, and they're not cooking.
I was
They're doing the same things as last year.
I was amazed to see an illegal man downfield on a wide receiver screen pass.
Oh, that was crazy. And that was Zeitler, too. And I watched. He was only like a yard or two down. I'm like, oh, my.
I don't know how you could get 5 yards down the field as a big man on a wide receiver screen.
Man, that was real close. That was borderline. That was ticky-tack for me.
But, Blaine, this is the thing I feel like we talked about last week. The lesser games on the television schedule get the worst of graded officiating.
That's right.
Yep.
So, like, at a certain point, I mean, you don't want to just say, well, throw your hands up in the air and be like, well, that should have gone the other direction. Like, you don't have the margin for error. At a certain point, you got to understand that. And we're now going, I mean, we are coming up on a calendar year without them winning a home game.
Lee Company countdown to kickoff with Blaine Bishop, Buck Rising. I'm Brent Doherty. Lee Company, all you need. Visit Lee Company online at leecompany.com. You mentioned lack of explosive plays from the 33rd team. The Titans are the only team in the NFL without a 30-yard play or more on offense so far this season.
No.
Do they get that done today?
Oh, man, I didn't even know that. Good said you knew that, Buck?
Yes,
I know you did.
I did.
Over 30? They haven't had one.
That one I
They had a
no.
29-yard pass.
And it was Tony Pollard. That was the first drive, Blaine.
And that was the flip play he got out of trouble. Oh,
Yeah.
See? So why isn't the offense having any explosive plays?
Because Calvin really keeps dropping them.
And, I mean, let's go back to right tackle. Did you notice anything glaring on that side of the offensive line last week? Like, does he not have enough protection for the receivers to get down the field?
Well, you can always say, oh, we got to decide to, protect or go downtown. He doesn't have enough time. They would chip in, trying to maybe double with the tight end, but not enough. And I feel like they could have. I still feel like you can. Hey, man, as soon as they're impressed man-to-man, 1, 2, 3, let it go. Go for a go. Like, man, you got to threaten the defense or they won't respect you. Here's what happens. It's from a safety's perspective, the more and more you dink and dunk, the more and more you're going to creep me down. I'm going to go from 10 to 7 to 8, to 9 to 8 to 7 and keep going down. I'm going to get closer and closer. And then now your run game is not going to be effective.
So all things being equal and Cam Ward sees man-to-man on one of the receivers,
He can check out of him.
Do you think it would be he would rather have Iomanner with that situation or Ridley?
I think Alec. I think that's what he thinks.
Is that where we are?
Yeah, already. See, all this off-season stuff we talk about, I told you, none of this matters because they have connection. I mean, even when he's covered, what did he say? But he's not covered. That means he's throwing him open already as a rookie quarterback, and he's putting it only where he can get it on the back shoulder.
Well, yeah, you see that nonsense with one arm against his helmet and shoulder pads last week for 23 yards? Like, Ellick, again, to the rookie's credit, they're doing their jobs.
Yeah, the guys they drafted is playing. Yeah, no doubt.
It's the veterans with the captain patch on the jersey that are not making plays for the rookie quarterback that we thought were going to be an advantage. Really, it's kind of a mental case brother
type player.
I don't know if they know what to do about it.
Get him involved in the offense, then do that, then he drops.
It's not like he's not getting targets.
3 big drops.
He's getting targets.
In the first 2 games.
Yeah.
The Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week for Week 2 was Colts tight end Tyler Warren. We'll talk more about him in a second. But Titans wide receiver Alec Iomanner was up for the Rookie of the Week. On 6 targets, he had 4 receptions, 56 yards, a touchdown, and caused a defensive pass interference. They got something with him.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, man. He's definitely turned up, and they've thrown him out there, and I probably would have used a more rotational type. But I think they're saying, hey, man, throw him out here with rotational with Van Jefferson.
Okay.
As far as I wouldn't have just said he's my guy. They said that at the beginning of the season. He's the starter. I don't know if I would have gone that far, but obviously he's showing now, 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in. I mean, man, that he's legit and for real.
Well, because that's interesting that you say that you wouldn't if you were the coaching staff.
If that's what I would have done.
Because he wasn't like that either, Blaine. We talked to him in the locker room about it. He's like, we're all going to play. Like, it's just I got to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to me. They made a bigger deal out of it than he did, right? Like, and I think, and he's very soft-spoken. He's very mild-mannered when we speak to him. But you get him out there, he's a dog.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's out there talking.
Well, you see it in tape, too. I mean, even when he was in college. I mean, he was doing the same things with different quarterbacks every week, which was unfortunate. To me, I was more concerned about his health because he'd always get hurt. Mm-hmm. He would get hurt in college, especially a kind of a big a thick, NFL body build. Now we see an injury history there. So that was the only concern, him being a playmaker. Then also, okay, he went, fourth round?
Yes.
Right, fourth round. How many fourth-round receivers, what's the most they've contributed during a season rookie year? And if you go look at the history, usually it was around the best have been around, 400 or 500 yards in a season.
Yeah.
And most of those guys weren't starters, and then some of them were. So I was just wondering how much he could contribute in his rookie season. He's already probably going to surpass that. He's guaranteed to get 500 yards if he keeps up this pace and stays healthy.
Stays healthy, yeah, that's the key for sure. Let's go ahead, since we're talking about those two guys, let's talk about that touchdown. It was a fun one. Rookie quarterback Cam Ward to rookie wide receiver Alec Iomanner. From Next Gen Stats, guys, the horizontal distance between Cam Ward and Alec Iomanner from pass to catch was 30.4 yards. That is the longest such distance on a touchdown pass on the run, 8 miles an hour or more, in the Next Gen Stats era, which goes back 10 years. Wow. What did you think about that play? Because for me, like, scramble drill typically means come back to the quarterback, but in that instance, you could see Cam motion to the open side of the end zone, and, I mean, that's a tough throw.
Yeah, that's one of those one as a coach they will never admit this. You're going, oh no, don't throw that. Then you jumping up, yeah, great throw. Yeah, I mean it's like wow. So it just shows you his talent. I mean at the end of the day, and Alec, he kind of waved him to the left, and man, when he put the ball in the air, I was like, man, you hardly ever see quarterbacks throw across their body to the other side of the field. What a spectacular throw, and what a way to start his career off, with his first touchdown. So, man, hopefully these will be things to come. You got to know some good going to come with that and some bad's going to come with that. So I think you got to take, and hopefully he'll have more good than bad, which will be special at times.
How would you have handled that as a defensive back, that scramble drill right there?
Oh, you got to man up. You got to man up. And,
just lock in on whoever's around you.
Yeah, whoever's around you. I think the guy had him, but he peeked back. And when you're in man-to-man, you never peekaboo. It's called peekaboo because guess what? If you're in man-to-man, you can't see your man. And the only time you peek is when you look through your man to the quarterback. That way you have vision to both of them. If not, all he did was whip out and just run to the other side of the field. Well, if you wouldn't have peekabooed, then guess what? You would have saw him. And guess what? He would have had to run through you. So that's kind of just what you learn. We played so much man-to-man. We weren't a zone team, so we did that a lot. So we weren't very good at zone. So some teams are better at certain things than not. We just weren't. Like cover two, like Bernard Walker was not going to, number two, come out to the flat. He was not going to jump him. He just wasn't going to do it. It was just like, dang, man, well, when he gets to 5 yards, you got to get him. Nuh-uh, I'm not getting him. Like, what? What are you talking about? But he didn't understand. He said, man, the coach told me 5 or 6 yards. I get confused. What?
I imagine that's the exact same face Blaine made at him, too. What do you mean?
This is exactly how I was looking. I was like, I said, hey, man, don't worry about it. You just get your guy. I'll be the cover two. Ben Mola, I'm supposed to be over the top.
Yeah.
I get the 2 going to the flat, or, number 2 doing a 10-yard out. I'll do it.
Can you just make it a little easier?
Some guys just can't do it.
I just wish that they could make offense a little easier on him, Blaine, so that he doesn't have to do like the baby Mahomes, baby Lamar type stuff to get the only touchdown of the year. It's the only touchdown they've gotten 2 games.
Yeah. That is.
And he's having to work for it, and you're not supposed to be able to do the thing that he got. I mean, I don't want to say he got away with it because he has the talent to be the number 1 overall pick. Like, those are the kind of special things on top of whatever he can be as a developed and refined quarterback. But, like, that's the only way that they were able to score last week, and they have to find ways to make just the offense more routine. Their average starting or their average third down position is 3rd and 9.9.
It's crazy.
Wow. What are they averaging as far as points?
15.2. They're down there. The Texans are actually worse.
Yeah, well,
Texans are the worst in the league.
I'm just worried about us, and I'm trying to figure out, compare last year's guys, the first 2 weeks. All right, what has been different or the same?
Yeah, it's interesting. The QB1 said this week they got to figure out a way to score touchdowns and not field goals. Yeah. Penalties are a big thing. So
penalties last year was a big thing.
Yeah.
Turnovers was a big thing.
I was looking at penalties in last week's game. You got to keep them to a minimum. There's no question. Titans had 3 offensive drives last week where they incurred penalties. All 3 drives ended with a punt. In the 7 clean drives without a penalty, the Titans scored on 5 of them. Now, 4 of those scores were field goals.
Right.
But they scored on 5 of the 7
just give yourself
clean
a
drives.
chance.
Give yourself a chance, right?
It's so Blaine, they're 15.5 points per game. Vegas is worse at 14.5. The Texans are 14 flat per game as far as scoring offense, and that's the other thing that they have to be able to capitalize on. That really comes back to, because you talk about similarities between this current season through 2 games and last season. Offensive line play, Dan Moore. Come on, big fella. Like, let's get it going here.
Oh,
He
has not been good
like
either.
The backup right tackle, the UDFA I get. The $82 million man on the left side of on the blind side of the rookie quarterback. Come on.
I was looking for an offensive tackle out here in the fans.
Just find a big body, throw out there. Hey, give him a chip, something. I don't know.
I think I see a couple prospects.
It's early yet.
Just getting away, guy.
Man.
But, like, Blaine, I mean.
I am miffed by this.
Offensive line has to play together to be better. I get
Yes.
it. It's a continuity thing, and they're like JC's already out. Zeitler missed the second half or a part of the second half last week.
So is he out?
Dealing with a bicep injury. I don't think he's going to be out, but he was limited throughout the course of the week. So they're working with a backup right side, but like I shouldn't have to worry about the left tackle win one-on-one one time. You know?
So the other thing about that touchdown, we were talking with Greg Cosell on Thursday on 3HL, and he said they had a touchdown to DK on that play.
Yeah.
But because of pressure, Cam had to move to his left, lost that throw.
Whoa, wait. Before you go, did he have to move on that pressure?
I don't know. I didn't go back and watch it, but that's what he said.
Or did he
I don't
do
know.
the Will Levis, which you saw in film in college, the drifting?
The drifting, yeah. I don't know.
And because here's what I see. Every time I see Cam, there's a few times when he scrambles, and he has an innate ability to feel pressure, but sometimes here's what happens when you get in the pros. You think you feel pressure, and it's not actually pressure in your face.
Funny
where
that you bring that up
to
because
move.
Cosell did bring that up. He said, guys in college football often go through series of plays with no pressure
right.
at all.
Yeah.
And in the NFL, is it real or is it not?
Right. So he thinks he feels it, and he does, but it's not to the kind of pressure where he has to move. Like outside and drift or to the right or left.
Yeah.
He can maybe step up or just maneuver enough where he can get the release, whether it's sidearm throw or over the top throw.
But it comes back to kind of what we were talking about with the Colts earlier, right, Blaine? He's almost got to be perfect for them to be able to get this kind of stuff done.
And we all know nobody's going to play
saying?
perfect. I don't care if you're the quarterback, the cornerback, the safety, the O-line. Nobody's going to play perfect. And that's what I feel like the Titans have to play perfect to have a shot of winning games. And that's just unsustainable. That's not going to happen.
It's so much onus on the rookie quarterback. And as he's learning, and there are incremental improvements, right? But you don't want to have to put it on him each and every week, which is why I'd be pissed if I was a Titans fan about Ridley or Dan Moore or these veterans who are on the team who are supposed to be the buffer between the young guys and having to do too much to find ways to win games. You can't hurt the team that way.
Available 24/7. Put Lee Company on your team to tackle your home's heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical problems. Schedule online at leecompany.com. Lee Company, all you need. Again, 75 degrees here. It is clouding up a little bit. There's some rain in the area. We'll see.
Well, is this warmer than Indy? We got a lot of Indy people out here already. What's the weather like there? It's cold, isn't it?
Not yet.
You're from there, Blaine.
Yeah, I'm from Indy. Yep. Cathedral High School, Ball State, of course. I know all you guys act like y'all don't know that school. But those are powerhouses.
Blaine getting into it with the Colts fans.
Yeah, Cathedral High School, man, representing.
Tony Pollard had 20 carries, 92 yards against the Rams last weekend. He forced 14 missed tackles. Pollard could have been more productive had there not been score separation. He had just 2 carries for 11 yards in the fourth quarter. Need to keep it close to better utilize that guy.
They have to run football, but I mean, there's no way. That's just they have to give him. He has to get 20 touches. It's no way because the balance of the offense can't always rely on Cam. Where you got to know that he still going to have some growing pains. He's going to try to force things. He's going to try to make something out of nothing, and he's going to eventually make mistakes. That's just part of the growing process. So I think the running game is very heavy. Remember I said last week I thought Pollard had to get like 70, 80 yards. He got close to it. If he would have got more carries, I think he would have got there. But then once you get so far behind, it's kind of hard to kind of lean into it. And that's what I wanted to ask you.
Just 2 carries in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
You guys, when we get behind, does the play caller on offense for the Titans lean more into the pass game during those moments than he does the run game and is efficient. Remember, one thing that I learned from Vrabel is that after early on in his career as a coach, he didn't panic anymore once it got towards the end of the game and they needed to score. He would still run the football.
Yeah.
And I think they abandoned the running game.
Yeah, they get in these situations, Blaine, and I think, guys, primarily it's because to not to reduce it to one thing, but it's penalties. Like they keep getting set.
Oh, so that's
second and long,
set back on early down.
Yeah.
You take Tony Pollard out of the game when
No,
you
Get
have
behind
as
the
many.
you can get a draw, a screen in the middle, a dump down. Like,
Yeah.
And they
you
do
got
some of that
some
stuff,
of it, yeah.
right? When they're setting up the end of half situation where they're going into halftime with the lead, and Brian Callahan after the Denver game is not going to risk giving up an opportunity to take the lead into halftime against a good Rams team, so he opts to kick the field goal, right? So there's some of this stuff. Blaine, I don't know. It's tough for me to get a read on them because they seem a little bit erratic. And there's nothing wrong with tailoring your approach to the specific opponent. Obviously, teams do that each and every week. You have some stuff that you'd have in for the Colts that you wouldn't have in for the Rams, vice versa. But I don't know. It just,
So you're talking about erratic for the play calling?
it just seems a little bit frantic.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
It seems like there's
Like that's not like high-level analytical criticism by me, but like I'm having a hard time figure out what they're trying to do, but it's impossible when you get set behind so early in the down when you're getting these penalties all the time.
Yeah, and then we can't keep leaning on, oh, well, we had penalties and we had the third down and, it was always long. Well, guess what? Other teams are in some of the similar situations. They
For
find
sure.
a way. So ultimately, we're finding ways more so to lose than actually win. And, man, I can't believe I even just said that. Man, we can be in every game, but can we close?
No, not lately.
No, not lately. I mean, we're talking about a whole season or two.
One thing that has
Lately.
not been a problem this year is special teams, and we'll talk about Tim Ray DK when we come back. Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising. I'm Brent Doherty. Lee Company, all you need. Visit Lee Company online at leecompany.com. Lee Company countdown to kickoff with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising. I'm Brent Doherty. Sitting outside Gate 3 at Nissan Stadium. We'll be with you until 11 o'clock. Titans Radio takes over at that point, so if you're out walking around the stadium, you want to come by and say hello. You just saw
Little
red helmet.
Oh, I know. It was pretty cool, man.
It was cool.
Fire, Derek. I mean, man, it was pretty cool. You know, you brought up something that I was about to say here is what color are the Colts uniforms compared to the blue of the Titans uniform? Because I think I'm going to get really confused in the stadium with the blue.
There will be a lot of blue in the stadium. There is that.
We're navy blue, right?
It is
or
a
baby blue.
No, they don't like the navy anymore.
What is their blue?
They don't want to wear the navy anymore, Blaine.
Colts fans, what's
they want
the
to wear
blue?
the light blue. That's like a
royal blue.
It's like a royal blue.
Blue.
It's a very pretentious blue. The royal blue, very pretentious.
There will be a lot of blue in the stadium. That is for sure. And you know, it's interesting.
All for the Titans. All for the Titans.
Tennessee's playing at Mississippi State next Saturday.
Yeah.
Mississippi State's doing a whiteout, so there will be white and orange in the crowd.
Yes. That seems,
I don't think that's a strategic good idea.
Just accidentally checkerboarded it.
Yeah. Should have chosen a different game to white it out, maybe, but whatever.
A whited out cowbell.
Yeah.
Cowbell at Mississippi State.
Blaine was asking during the break, Colts a 4.5 to 5.5 point favorite. So what happens is it's been pretty much 4.5 painted across the board all week.
Yeah.
It popped to 5.5 this morning, got bet back down to 4.5. So the ceiling is 5.5 in terms of this line today. ESPN Analytics gives the Titans a 34.3% chance to win today. Now, Blaine, this is the first road game for the Indianapolis Colts. Does that have any impact on today's game?
I don't know. You just said that there was no impact on the home field. Well, he said Titans.
Well,
Blaine was asking, do you get 2.5, 3 points for home field? I'm like, well, the Titans might not.
That's not a thing here.
That's not a thing here?
Not necessarily. I mean, it wasn't.
Well, explain.
Well, they're bad.
As gamblers.
They're bad, and people don't want to, come out. And
there are a lot of road fans
get into
in this
it
building.
If the product is bad, it's kind of the state of things, right? And that's not to discount the people that show up, because there's plenty of people that show up and support and do that. But you don't blame a fan base after a while. You get tired of it, Blaine. They were as the announced attendance, which is a lie. It's tickets distributed. Last week was 10,000 below stadium capacity.
Yeah, 59 and change.
That's the home debut for the number 1 overall pick. It's against a team that maybe you don't necessarily expect the Titans to play well against. So maybe you're cherry picking. You say, okay, I'll show up for the Colts game as opposed to the Rams, because Rams competing for a Super Bowl. But now the Colts are 2-0. You're coming in here, you're looking around, and be like, okay, I don't know how I feel necessarily about this situation. It just wears on people. They've been bad for a long time.
Would you say the Colts?
Wait, real quick, Blaine.
Okay, go ahead.
Last time they won back-to-back games.
2021.
2022.
I was just going to say that.
2022.
It's been 3 years.
November 2022.
I knew it had been a while.
Home Denver, road Green Bay, and then Todd Downing got the DUI after the Green Bay game.
Oh, and that's been the downfall.
That was a tough one.
All right.
No more alcohol on the plane.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about attendance. It made me go back to, why fans should be showing up and who is our biggest rival. So that's where it goes to me for my mind when I was a player.
Colts.
The Colts or the Texans, one of the two. You can pick your choice. I don't know.
Organizationally, maybe the Texans. From a fan standpoint, probably the Colts. Yeah.
So with that being said, because I think the same way, is that then it should be a packed house. It should be a packed house.
Well, it might be.
Well, we all know it might be. So? It should be no doubt a packed house.
Indy's not that far drive. It's like 3.5.
And this one would be painful. Like if you lost.
Well, I mean, the hope for the fan base is in the quarterback, right? The rookie quarterback. And that's where I am. I want to see development with him week to week, and I'm anxious to see him play at all times. And Alec Hymaner, I would love to see Gunnar Helm get more involved. So that's kind of where I am with it.
Sure, but people are doing that from home, which is it sends a message to the organization about the product. Like, you got to win today. Blaine, they got to win today. Like, they are
so
underdog.
we're must win already?
Hell yes. Blaine, I don't want another. I don't want to be talking about another damn football season where their season is over 3 weeks in. I'm sick of it.
Oh my.
It's ridiculous. Go win a football game.
Do you think they win today?
I mean, no, but like, come on.
The fans is not here laughing.
Colts fans are enjoying this.
No, but
Yeah, what's your score going to be?
I don't know.
You don't know. You just know they're going to lose.
I mean, like Daniel Jones can look mortal at some point. Like he's not.
Why not today?
Why not? That's what I'm saying.
Why
but like,
not today?
That's not a strategy. You know
That
what I'm
is
saying?
not.
Like
That
that's
is
just
not.
hope.
That
That's like
is hope, and I'm hoping.
Hey, please,
hoping,
Daniel
please.
Jones, like maybe trip, fall, and stumble all over yourself the way that you did that one time you pulled away from the defense in New York because he's a good athlete, right? I mean,
Yes, he
this is something they're just going to have to play sound football. And what about the team that leads the league in penalties is going to give me confidence that they're going to play sound, disciplined, quality brand of football?
At some point, they have to play a clean game, right? Like just. I mean,
Well, what if the other team plays cleaner? Watch this. You just scared me. We say Danny Jones, or Danny Dimes, what I'm calling him. Is,
Vanilla Vic.
Right, we could say that
like
too.
that?
Indiana Jones.
Wonder if
That's a good one.
He is now the new version of Ryan Tannehill.
It's got vibes.
For the Colts.
It's got vibes.
And then they sign him to a long-term deal, and all of a sudden, with all these weapons on offense, he all of a sudden looks consistent week in and week out.
Well, that's fine, but that guy also had a ceiling. Daniel Jones got a ceiling. Capitalize. They turned the ball over in Denver, Blaine. The offense wasn't able to capitalize. They found ways to stall the Rams out in the first half. They let it get away from them in the second. They just got to finish.
Right. Well, here's what I'm talking about is all of a sudden, Danny Dimes looks so much better with weapons. Does Cam Ward have enough weapons around him?
Yeah, Dawn Davenport made a great point, I thought. She said that on 3HL, she said that she thinks that Cam Ward is better than the Titans roster. Which shouldn't be the case when you have veterans that are being paid $90 million.
Right, well, but when I hear that, then that makes me go back to this organizational decision. Do you get your quarterback first, or do you get the pieces around first?
Oh, I don't want to have that conversation.
No, I'm just no, we're not going to do it. But I mean, it's just like that's what it made me think.
No, I mean, it's completely fair.
It's logical
Because he 11 sacks already.
Oh, for sure.
11 sacks.
And he's not blameless in those.
Meanwhile,
No,
the
but
Titans
he got him.
The Titans have 2 sacks, one by a defensive back.
Yeah,
and that was like
he tapped him. Amani Hooker.
He did. It was a drive-by.
You reached you tried to get those.
That was his first career sack. That blew my mind.
Yeah, right. Because he's not known for a blitzer.
It's not so often you have to be scheming up the safety coming all the way from deep to get the quarterback.
Man. Hey, man.
I don't know, man. I saw Blaine Bishop back in the backfield zone.
Yeah, I was blitzing, though. Hooker's more of a ball guy, I would say.
Speaking of Daniel Jones, against Miami, 22 of 29, 272 through the air, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Against Denver, 23 of 34, 316 through the air, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He has 3 rushing touchdowns.
Wow.
He had 3 wins as the New York Giants quarterback in the last 2 seasons. He has a chance to get to 3 in 3 weeks with the Colts.
That's what I'm saying.
How about that?
Some quarterbacks can say, it wasn't my fault, it was the organization's fault.
Well,
that's what I'm getting at.
How about that for a cautionary tale, though? Don't be the
we already saw that
team
with
that burns
Tannehill.
through the first-round pick. Don't be the team that burns through the first-round pick and allows for a Daniel Jones situation, a Sam Darnold, a Ryan Tannehill to go let your guy get rehabilitated elsewhere and play a higher level of football. Don't be that team.
Well, I don't think we
Buddy, that's what it is.
We can't be picky and choosy when we're at the bottom of the barrel.
I sure can.
Bottom of the barrel, definitely not true with regard to special teams play.
No, something good. Hey,
that has been good.
Hey.
Rookie wide receiver Tim DK is a weapon in the return game. He had a 71-yard kickoff return in the opener against Denver, a 57-yard punt return for a touchdown last week against the Rams. Obviously a penalty on Cedric Gray for a blindside block, but DK did his job. He is a weapon. What are you guys seeing from him?
Yeah. He's stud. And, sometimes the coaching staff, I don't even think the coaching staff thought he was going to be as impactful as he has been. They, talented young player, they're going to give him an opportunity. And, I mean, you talk about guys, this is the thing that if you're looking for silver linings in a season that hasn't started to plan, all right, the young guys are solid. You are raising the talent floor of a roster that's in bad shape. Chimere Dike, Alec Iamander, Cam Ward. We'll wait to see what happens with Femi Oladejo. That's obviously a position where they need a little more juice on the edge. But with the 3 guys on offense, we'll see what happens. Gunnar Helm hasn't really gotten the same kind of opportunities just yet. We'll see what happens there, but I know that he's a willing blocker and is working to refine his technique that way so he can stay on the field more. They are doing a lot of heavy lifting here, but the special teams has been a plus. Now, the Cedric Gray blindside block that wiped the Chimray DK punt return touchdown off the board. That is, it's the correct call. It is a soft call, but again, Blaine, that we talk about when you're dealing with a lesser officiating crew, don't give them the opportunity to put you in a bad situation. You don't have the margin for error that way. So they get the call that goes against him. It wipes DK's return off the board. The beautiful thing is he didn't need the block, right? He didn't need that Cedric Gray block. He was already well past him. So you're finding a guy who can give you a field position advantage, but this is the thing that they have to start capitalizing on, Blaine, or the heat around the head coach, the noise around the head coach will grow louder. Their average starting field position this year as an offense?
24.
No, it's pretty damn good. I'll give you the exact numbers
35.
here in just a second, but they are
beyond the 40, isn't it?
It's damn near beyond the 40.
Yeah.
If I think it's 41.
Oh, that's more indictment than on the offense.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So credit to the special teams.
Yes.
That they're giving you that hidden yardage. Brett Kern talks about hidden
Nothing
yardage
else he can do.
all the time. Now it's time to see what the offense can do. Calvin Ridley, Brian Callahan, Dan Moore, all these people that we've talked about that need to elevate themselves around the rookie quarterback. Give him a chance to capitalize.
Well, so to me, that goes back to play calling.
Oof.
Yeah.
What are they averaging? 2 yards per drive in the second half, something like that.
That's pretty bad. They got 9 total points so far in the second half.
I don't even understand why that continues to happen after halftime.
Neither do they, by the way. We asked Zeitler in the locker room. He's like, I don't know.
Well, Zeitler wasn't even here last year.
He's like, hey.
I mean, this has been something that's kind of been a staple.
Well, I mean,
even under Vrabel, to be honest.
So what does that tell you, though, about where they are? That they should have had the lead in Denver, right, if the head coach just runs the ball 3 times before halftime?
Yep.
They did have the lead at halftime last week. So where's the
Didn't make it.
disconnect in the second half?
I have no idea. It's baffling.
Which
to me.
was that where Zeitler said, right?
It's baffling. Like, it continues to happen. And so I just think they can't close, and they just continue to press and try to make things happen and then make mistakes. So, yeah, at the end of the day, they're not as talented as the other teams.
It is the Lee Company countdown to kickoff. The gates are about to open here at Nissan Stadium. We are outside gate 3. There will be a lot of blue in the stadium, Colts and Titans. Lee Company, all you need, visit Lee Company online at leecompany.com. Mike Keith will be honored today at halftime. We will talk about
Hey, something good. Mike Keith. Give it up for Mike Keith.
Yes, we will talk about that and continue to break down this matchup. Colts and Titans coming up at Nissan Stadium at noon. Titans radio coverage begins at 11 a.m. Brent Doherty, Buck Rising, Blaine Bishop. We'll be right back on 104.5 The Zone.
Your flagship part, Titans Radio, 104.5, The Zone.
This is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Wayne Bishop and Buck Rising. I'm Brett Doherty. We are outside Gate 3. They are about to allow fans into the stadium, so a lot of people lined up right in front of us. The temperature right now in downtown Nashville is 80 degrees. There is a 52% chance of rain this afternoon. High temperature of 87.
No, Kirby said that it's going the other way. It's not going to pass us.
It looks like it might go to the northwest of us. Yes.
Oh, I know
So
you're
we'll
the czar, though, but Kirby, he knows everything.
Kirby was just shaking his head walking.
Kirby thinks he knows
tends
everything.
to do that, so I don't know if there's any specific reason necessarily.
It's a toss-up. He's going to smoke a cigarette. He's not concerned about us.
Although Buck did say during the break, Kirby, you always look like a hydrated man.
Well, he said the best way to consume your water is with your ice at the bottom of a bourbon glass, which is why I said, Kirby, you often look hydrated to me.
Oh, there you go.
Gotcha.
The Titans will honor Mike Keith today as he will be put in the team's Ring of Honor at halftime. Mike was the voice of the Titans from 1999 to 2024. 26 years of passion, 26 years of energy, 26 years of telling the Titans story. The Super Bowl run following the 99 season, 10 playoff seasons, 8 playoff wins, 3 AFC championship games, the Music City Miracle. Well-deserved, Mike Keith. Stories well told. Congratulations to Mike Keith, the 19th member of the Ring of Honor.
That's awesome. I think Lucas told me this week that there's either 8 or 9 NFL organizations that have a voice of the team.
That's what I was just about to ask because I didn't know.
That's interesting.
In their Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And Mike Keith, very much deserving. You can't tell. It's kind of an interesting thing, right? And the two of you could speak to this better than I could, but you cannot tell the story of the Tennessee Titans without Mike Keith
That
in
is
the same
definitely
way
true.
that you cannot tell the story of Mike Keith without the Tennessee Titans. Like, these two things are intertwined since they came here from Houston as the Houston Oilers and then the Tennessee Oilers and into the Titans era, which they're currently in now. I mean, Mike is one of the most impressive things I think you can find in broadcasting, and I think this says a lot about the entire Titans radio crew as they were together with Mike, including Phil Noel and Brad Willis and Amy Wells and everybody
Brett
else,
Bryan and everybody,
Coach Mack,
Coach
everybody, and everybody
Frank
across
Wycheck,
the generations of Titans radio here, that you can be a fan of the Titans radio broadcast without really being a fan of the Titans one way or the other. Like, it's just a really, really well-produced, well-executed NFL broadcast. Like, I'd put it up there with any kind of national broadcast, anything else. They care so much about the quality of that product, and so, fans obviously have an incredible relationship with Mike. He was their voice for so many years, and now still doing it, obviously, for the University of Tennessee. A big win for them yesterday over Trent Dilfer and UAB. But awesome to see Mike get honored at halftime. Nobody more deserving, Blaine, for sure.
Oh, no question about it. And I think he's more than just the voice of the Titans. I mean, how he developed in Titans radio. We did the caravans, going around, all the little things that he's done to kind of to grow their podcast. So he was more than just the voice of the Titans. He was embedded into this community, and being that he's from here. So, man, congratulations. Hats off to the VOT.
And
Keith, man, nobody was better than him. He was great.
I think you guys make great points too. This is something that can be celebrated for the entire Titans radio family, right?
Yes.
And it Mike Keith is getting in the Ring of Honor, but you don't have a Mike Keith doing the job that he does without Larry Stone, without Rhett Bryan, without
it's always
Frank
a village.
Wycheck,
You can't do it by
without
yourself.
Pat Ryan, Amy Wells, everybody, and now Taylor Zarzour is in the booth. And it was interesting yesterday because Taylor Zarzour did the Tennessee UAB game for the SEC Network, and Mike Keith obviously with the Vol Network, and
That's
so
hilarious, wasn't it?
those were the two Titans broadcasters.
Yeah, they were showing him a little love on the TV broadcast last
Were
night,
they?
Mike Keith. Yeah, they went to a picture of him and our buddy Ramon Foster chilling in the booth, calling the Tennessee Vol game for the Vol Network.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Mike is incredibly talented, obviously. Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame, Tennessee Radio Hall of Fame, Tennessee Sportscaster of the Year 11 times, Edward R. Murrow Award for Nationwide Excellence in Sports Reporting.
I think I got one of those somewhere, huh? I probably got one of those.
You think so? I will say this.
You think Mike even knows where all those awards and accomplishments are?
I will say
just
this.
Stacking them, baby.
When I was at the University of Tennessee, I was studying broadcasting because I wanted to be John Ward, right?
Yeah.
And then I found on the radio, sports talk radio, and it was Mike Keith.
That's awesome.
And I was like, holy crap. Somebody might pay me to talk about sports.
Yeah.
I do it every day anyway. Might as well get paid for it. So he's a central figure in my broadcasting career as well. So big thanks to him.
CJ said as well himself.
Blaine, do you remember the first time you heard the Music City Miracle? Obviously, you were on the sideline when it happened, but
No, it's the first time I heard it. No, I couldn't even tell you. But then
and now you've heard it 1,000 times.
Yeah, right. So and so he's attached to top 5 greatest plays in NFL history.
It's crazy too when you go back and listen to it. Ross, maybe you can find it. I mean,
I just texted
it.
Ross, hey, can you play the Music City Miracle while we're here?
Because it's almost like Mike Keith was a time traveler.
Yeah.
Because he set that play up as if he knew it was about to happen. It's so strange in how he set that thing up.
Well, it's because he saw us practice it every Saturday. So he knew
Did
it
that
was a
give you
possibility.
confidence that it was going to work?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But at least he knew the rhythms, right?
But it was kind of a joke thing, but at the same time, we did it every Saturday just in case with different players. Matter of fact, I was one of them. I was like, oh, my God, this is not going to be good if y'all going to throw me the ball because I'm going to just run straight. First of all, I got to catch it.
Well, the interesting part of that story is, and Dice has told it a lot, but a couple of Fridays ago, Dawn and Slay were both out, so Dice and Mark Mariani were doing the show, and Mark had not heard the story from Dice's perspective. And Dice said, and Mark
there was
made
multiple people
point.
that were supposed to be doing it, from Dorset to Mason. It was other people.
Mason was cramping up. He was supposed to be. So Dice was like, they were like, "Do you know the play?" He's like, "Well, yeah,
kind of.
like,
We all did it."
Like, yeah, and he was like, a lot of times veterans, like when they do stuff like that, don't really pay attention if you're not really involved.
Right. Yeah.
So he said that they had to explain to him like the idea of the thing, just to get it back in his mind. And Mark said, "Did they have a TV timeout, or did anybody call timeout?" And he goes, "Nope, it was all within like 30 seconds
That's crazy.
of them
That's
describing
insane.
what he needed to do."
But he had an idea.
You got it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, but he had an idea, though.
He did.
Yeah. But
He just needed to be reminded,
right?
And then it kind of broke down differently than
exactly is what's going to happen in the game, right?
because who was it that was back deep?
Lorenzo.
Well, Lorenzo was in the middle of it. Lorenzo, to his credit,
Isaac Bird.
Isaac Bird. Isaac Bird did something. I forget what Dice said. He didn't anticipate Bird doing what he did. So then he just said, "I got to try to get behind Frank." And Lorenzo Neal tells the story. He's like, "Frankie, they're kicking it to me. I guarantee you they're kicking it to me. I'm going to give it to you as fast as I possibly can." Because all you guys joke about Low Daddy. He couldn't lift his arm above his
Right. He was
to throw the ball.
Well, he was
because
our pit bull. He was our killer.
He was too ripped. Do you have the call?
Neck too big. Yeah, let's hear the Music City Miracle, if we could, Ross, courtesy of legendary voice of the Titans, Mike Keith, and Titans Radio.
Do the Titans have a miracle left in them in what has been a magical season to this point? If they do, they need it now. Christie kicks it high and short. Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25. Pitches it back to Wycheck. He throws it across the field to Dyson.
He's got something.
30,
He's got
40,
something.
50,
He's got it.
40,
He's got it.
20, 10.
He's got it.
End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle. Tennessee has pulled a miracle.
Mike Keith honored today in the Ring of Honor for the Tennessee Titans. How beautifully did he set that call up? And then immediately, for people listening on the radio, obviously, there are no flags on the field. You have to say that. And he said that he got that from John Ward.
Oh, man. But it was funny. You see the referees under the tent, review and play. And I was like, there is no way they're going to overturn it because people were throwing stuff at them. It was like crazy.
Yeah, you got to get out of there.
I felt like the stadium would have come down.
Hey, man.
It's like the Immaculate Reception. The story behind that is that they asked how many security guards did they have for the officials.
Well,
that's not enough. Touchdown.
But think about that. Think about though, Blaine, home field advantage. Like, You telling me that the crowd on top of the officiating crew in that moment can't impact the game?
Oh man.
There's so many elements of that which, for understandable reasons, this team is not benefiting from right now because they have to win within the margins, right? They've got to do things like you were talking about last week, chatting up the officials before games to make sure, hey, I got what are we tight on this week, just so I can understand what I'm going to do or how it might affect the way that I play this certain receiver or this tight end as a secondary. There's so many different things to this, so many levels to this, which is why today a Week 3 game against the first divisional opponent of the year is absolutely a must-win game.
Must win.
Must win.
Week 3.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I agree with you. For where they are,
I hadn't thought about it.
The head coach is 3-16. He needs a win.
But I'm thinking this is rebuilding. We just want to see the team consistently improve. They could play flawless and still lose, by the way.
That's true.
I mean,
sure.
I'm talking about dumb penalties and
but
things
go down with a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like they just.
I think this team is going to fight. I
think
that's
Cam
pretty sure.
is.
Well, I think no, he's going to perform and fight. I don't think there's anybody out here that's not fighting. He just has more talent than most.
I'm blind. It's just a weird thing for me to hear them talking about competitive stamina already in week 2.
No, here's what I want you to do. When you hear that, that's saying that they're not concentrating throughout the entire game.
Okay.
That's what competitive stamina. See, it's the mental side.
Okay.
They keep making mistakes, false starting, offsides. That's what they're talking about, not the actual physical act. They're saying, hey, we need to mentally challenge ourselves to not make these I call them unforced errors.
Sins. They keep calling them sins here, right?
Yeah,
Self-inflicted
so I think it's
negatives.
that more so than they're capable. Now, is this talent roster compared to others? No, we're probably at the bottom of the totem pole, but they can compete with all the teams until the end. So guess what's going to happen in this game? The exact same thing. They're going to compete well until the end of the third quarter and then watch what happens then, because that to me tells you if you're going to turn the corner or not. And until you do it, until Cam Ward's done something spectacular, are they going to believe that they can win these games and close them out?
You guys talked about Daniel Jones as due a clunker, right? The Colts have played clean football. They have not punted.
That's crazy.
They have not turned the ball over. They have scored on 14 of their 17 possessions, and one of the 3 was a kneel down before halftime. And then they went for 2 fourth down and shorts that they did not make, but they have scored on 14 of their 17 possessions.
They played the Dolphins and the Broncos.
Now, listen, they should have lost last week.
Yep.
They should have lost last week.
They missed a 60-yard field goal. For those that don't know, there was a 15-yard penalty. Time had expired, so the game was over.
Yeah.
They attacked the long snapper, so they got 15-yard penalty, hit the 45-yarder and won.
Oh.
So they're not without flaw. I mean, we don't want to act just because a team's off to a 2-0 start. There's plenty of teams that are 2-0 that will hit a slump at some point in the season.
The Broncos should be 2-0.
Right. That's the
with
thing.
A road win at Indy.
Who, by the way, are not playing great football, at least offensively, to start the year. We saw that against the Titans. We saw that against the Colts. Bo Nix has not had a perfect start to the season. So there are opportunities in front of them.
But they have a really good defense, and that's helping carry them until their quarterback gets up to speed. We don't have either. Our quarterback is learning, and our defense isn't an elite defense.
Which I want to ask you about, Blaine, coming up next, because there's some levels to that I think the context that for the audience that they might appreciate, just how big a benefit that can be for the rookie.
Oh, you have 10 minutes.
We go long here?
Yeah.
Okay, Blaine.
Go ahead. You ready to show, man. This is your world.
By the way, while we are paused, though, today's broadcast is brought to you in part by SA Recycling. SA Recycling reminds you to be a good fan this game day and look for recycling bins in and around Nissan Stadium. Buck Rising, your question to Blaine Bishop.
The cheat code as a defense. You don't have to play a perfect game offensively. This is what we're talking about, lessening the degree of difficulty on all the young players, right? If you can get stops on third down, if you can find ways to just get your offense more opportunities, Blaine, you know that as a defense going in. You guys know that that's going to be the mindset, the mentality, no matter how much the offense struggles. If you could speak to that for the audience, I think they'd appreciate just how big of an advantage that would be for Cam Ward if they can get something like that today.
Yeah, well, whenever you have a young quarterback, you want to have a really strong defense to kind of help carry you in his development throughout, growing pains of being a quarterback in the National Football League. And that's what makes this team kind of frustrating is that they don't have either or. They don't have an elite defense. I think they have a scrappy, tough defense, but they don't have all the pieces over there either, as we were hoping Femi can turn into this elite pass rusher in one season. That's really not going to happen, right? If he gets 4 or 5 sacks, I even went and looked up Landry. I think Landry had 4 sacks his rookie year.
Yeah.
Most rookies have that. We did some little research there. And so if they can get that out of him, then we have some. But right now we're just seeing he's, just a good, strong hustle guy, like at this point in time. So we don't have an elite defense. And so then you say, okay, what is the identity of the defense? Are they a blitz man-to-man scheme? Is that a complement to what you're going to have on offense? To complement that offense with your elite defense and its style, or should we be a bend, don't break, cover team that then makes you earn it down the field and then you make mistakes? And so then with a quarterback like that and with a young quarterback, then you give him more opportunity. So you're in conflict, and so the defenses, even when they play well, they don't play well enough. Guess why? Because there's always one play and the offense let them down, or vice versa.
Yeah.
The defense plays bad and then the offense plays well. So they work hand in hand so much that people don't even realize if you don't have a good defense with a young quarterback, then you're not going to have success.
Well, and like Matt Stafford is not Daniel Jones, right? Like Matt Stafford going to the Hall of Fame, we can all agree at this point in time. And he killed him in the second half because they couldn't get a pass rush. But these are the numbers so far, guys. Brent, I don't know if you had these, and I don't want to steal them out from under you if you did have the numbers on the pass rush. But
he doesn't own the numbers.
Yeah, go for it.
But he's,
we're a team. We're a team.
He's setting us up. I'm not trying to hijack anything.
He doesn't own the numbers.
Well, I could be a ball hog, though, Blaine. I'm trying not to.
I think Brent has said that to me before.
I don't think the Titans own the numbers either.
Well, it's not based on this, but you have a situation here now.
Go fall out.
Blaine just pickpocketed me.
Well, he called the Rams the crooks last week.
It was hanging out. And
Did you a
was talking
favor
to Kirby, and I was like, oh my.
Well, he kept Kirby from picking your pocket. That's what happened. Okay, so Arden Key right now, 69 total snaps, 56 pass. This is, by the way, from a Titans fans are good at finding some of these stats. This is from at Maximus Titans fan on Twitter.
Maximus Titans.
And I looked it up to verify just to be sure. Arden Key, 69 total defensive snaps. 3 total pressures, 0 hits, 0 tackles for loss, 0 sacks. Draymond Jones, 0 hits, 1 tackle for loss, 0 sacks, 1 pressure in 102 total snaps. Femi Oladejo, 1 hit, 0 tackles for loss, 0 sacks, 3 pressures. Femi is leading them in pressures, but again, low bar.
Well, he's leading them in something. They could say that another rookie player is doing really well.
I'm saying, but they're doing too much, Blaine. You know what I'm saying? Like they're leaning.
I mean, the Titans do have 2 sacks in 2 games. We talked about that earlier. One came from safety Amani Hooker, the first of his career, as Blaine pointed out, was a drive-by. He ran by the quarterback.
Little helmet tap.
Yeah.
A little light tap.
Hey, man.
Defensive coordinator Denard Wilson said early this week, guys, that they need to affect the quarterback more. He said he thinks he needs to dial up pressure more. What can he do to affect quarterback Daniel Jones today?
Man, I just don't know if they should be blitzing more. I get what he's saying because they know they can't keep going without getting after the quarterback at some point in time. But, man, how much only Snead out there, to me, makes you feel a little more comfortable in some of these situations. That's not to say he won't get toasted too.
Well, I thought he had his best game as a Titan last week. And again, there's a lot there to talk about because he's only had so many games as a Titan, given the availability. He was on the injury report with a back injury this week.
He said, Jeff, you need him. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Need him in the back. I don't know when that could have happened where they got that close. He was on a pile.
A little friendly fire there. So that's
a little knee to the back.
Yeah, that knee. That's a big knee.
Well, that's a big knee.
That's a big knee.
That's a lot of knee.
Watch this. I wonder if it was a knee with the. Doesn't he have a brace on one of the knees?
Ooh.
Does he? Or does he have one of those?
Just the elbow.
One of those things on his elbow that looks like it should be a knee brace.
RoboCop.
Also, I'm guessing there's not a lot of fat back there on a cornerback in the back.
Oh man, that could debilitate him. I mean, he could not walk.
Yeah, so he was conditioning throughout the course of the week. They're always going to have limitations with him at practice. But the thing about it is, Jalen Armour-Davis is going to be up.
Yes,
the cornerback.
Because Jarvis Brownlee is also dealing with injury. So not only, Blaine, is your pass rush not a strength right now, but you're dealing with a few pieces and parts. I don't know if he's starting, but he's going to play. He's preparing to play, and they have Darrell Baker Jr., who's played a lot of football here as well. But it's just something that they're going to have to adjust to. at this point in time. And we understand that without Sweat, the degree of difficulty on the run defense is going to be a lot harder because, they have to find a way to try and make the Colts one-dimensional. Whatever they're going to try and take away today is going to be interesting to see. What are they comfortable with letting getting beat by, for lack of a better term, because you're not going to be able to stop Tyler Warren and Jonathan Taylor and Michael Pittman
and Josh Downs.
And they could go. I think they go 4 wide receivers deep at this point in time. So this is an interesting. It's a really tough thing for Denard Wilson, but in the same way that we talk about how the degree of difficulty for Brian Callahan, you got to find a way to be a plus from the sideline. And I think Denard Wilson's given them some opportunities. That Amani Hooker sack was a well-schemed play.
Oh, yeah.
To at least give them the opportunity to get in the backfield and set the Rams back. So there's a lot of heavy lifting being done all over the place, but you got to find some way to be a plus.
Well, and to your point, Blaine, when you start creating ways to get pressure, you can make a big play on defense. You can also give up
a big play. Yeah. So that that's concerning. That's why I asked about the Davis. Hey, I'm telling you one thing. If that kid stays healthy, he's a starter in the NFL.
You like him,
Armour Davis?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Played at Alabama. Was it the Ravens?
I had never heard of him at Alabama. This was just crazy. And then I go look up his bio, and I was like, he made SEC second team. He was he was a highly recruited player. His issue once he's gotten into the league, if you watch him, is just staying healthy, like hamstring,
soft tissue stuff.
Yeah. So here's what you're trying to find: lightning in a bottle if you're the Titans, because he has starting ability in this league. So now you want him to stay healthy the best he can this season, and then you let him walk. See, you let somebody else pay for his fortune, because eventually the injury bug will come back. Once you're an injury bug guy, you're always going to be typically an injury guy 90% of the time. So you want to say, hey, if we can get him just for a sharp window here and see if he can stay healthy, we may have us something. And so I think, man, if you see him play, you go, whoa, this guy has all the making of a starter, a good, solid starter in this league. So once he gets out there, I'm going to be interested to see. And that reason why I bring this up is because does that make Denard Wilson much more comfortable to get after this receiving core? Because that's what you're going, in the quarterback. So do
if
we
you're
match
scheming
up
up pressure, you're going man-to-man.
Okay, from Downs to Pierce to Pittman to Warren. Okay, now who's checking Warren? There's no Keith Bullock. Is Winston available? No, I don't think so.
Brownlee Jr. is also not available today.
See, so I don't think he was going to be covering Warren. But, you're still losing weapons, though, for all the receivers. So how do you actually really match up against the Colts if you're going to get after the quarterback?
While we're talking about defensive backs, Hooker and Woods combined last week for 14 tackles against the Rams. Not good for the safeties to have that many tackles.
No, that's not good.
Blaine's eyes.
Like, boy, you woke up popped. Like, why is my trap, my neck hurts. And my back, and everything is hurting.
Doing too much back here.
Oh, my gosh, man. If we making all the tackles, something ain't right, man. Something making one all good right there, man. Yeah, and actually, Woods and Hooker actually have played halfway decent. And
they're pretty good, right?
Woods, I hate it because he triggered. It reminded me of somebody I know that was wore number 22 with the Titan uniform on. When he saw that run on Nakua's run, and he missed a tackle, he came up in a blaze of lightning. You couldn't even see that he missed. And all he did was just and he cut. And he missed him. He had him be like, he has to learn how to, once you do that, then throttle down right at the last second and get enough of a piece, even if you don't get him down, where he makes him stutter his feet and he has to stumble, fumble. Then the herd was coming. They were coming. They just needed a little bit of help. And so, that was a great trigger, see ball, go get ball, and he just whiffed. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
He did. He flew through the screen.
Oh, my gosh. Man, he was coming.
How good is Nakua?
Oh, he's special.
Wow, that wasn't even a big move that he gave him. It was just
but that's all it has to be when you're moving 1,000 miles an hour like Xavier Woods was.
Because he was coming. I was like, oh, man, slowly. Oh, man. Come on, man. You couldn't have squeezed him a little bit to the –
Well, and that's the other thing. It's a chess match, right, Blaine? This is a situation between coaching staffs. And I know Brian Callahan's only been in the division for a year, and Shane Steichen's had a few more opportunities at this thing, but you're talking about Shane Steichen and his offense versus Denard Wilson and the Titans defense. You're looking at two who I'm sure we're going to talk about on the other side. of that was a water, by the way.
It sounded like a beer.
They look like beers too. I swear to God, they're smart waters.
water, non-beer.
Although, I mean, if they
Still
were
water.
beers, could you blame us? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I think.
No.
Anybody distributing over here?
I think, but you've got Lou Anarumo, the former Bengals defensive coordinator, on the Colts sideline now, calling the Colts defense. Brian Callahan, the former Bengals offensive coordinator. Lou Anarumo, the former Bengals defensive coordinator.
Which means nothing.
We'll see how they square off today.
No, I only say that jokingly because we're always trying to find connections of why somebody said, well, it could also be a bad connection. He could also know what not to do. So
Sure.
who does it really play favor to in a game?
Oh, we won't know.
But we have no idea. It was like when I went to the Eagles, they were asking me all about McNair, Eddie George. I mean, dude, I didn't play against them. I don't know. What do you see in film? All I know is you better bring a hammer to tackle both of them. That's all I can tell you. We couldn't touch them.
My favorite Eagles Blaine Bishop story is about Peyton Manning, though, and game planning Peyton Manning.
Oh yeah. When we went, I was so mad.
Buck, you got to hear this.
I was so mad. I was distraught, man. I couldn't believe it. We were watching film. I was like, oh man, I know Peyton Manning, his offense so well.
Yeah.
And they don't play him, so they were in NFC, so they didn't play him a lot. So I start watching film, and we had put in this new defense for this week, which was going to be a 5, defensive lineman pass rush against them. So I kept saying, man, I don't know if this is going to work because I'm looking like that takes a guy out of covering. We need to cover these guys. And so I started watching so much film of them daily. I went back 5 years and watched them because it was about the coordinator,
isn't it?
versus this coordinator that we had.
And the degree of difficulty on watching film like then versus how much easier it is now.
I was sitting in a big project room. I mean, I'm
like
watching.
people don't understand how easy it is now versus what you guys were doing.
And so I saw someone put in a similar defense just like we had for that. It was similar. It wasn't the same. And it didn't work. And they got beat 45-10. I want to say it was Arizona or somebody. And so I go back to Leslie Frazier and say, hey, man, did you go back and watch when such and such team did this? And then I think you guys did it, but it was a different coordinator 7 years ago. And he looked at me like, no, I have no idea. And so I said, hey, man, I know that. I said, I don't think this is going to work like you guys think it's going to work. I think we should do this. He was like, oh, okay. And we didn't do any of that. So
What happened?
We got beat 45-10.
Oh.
We got beat 45-10.
So you wonder how great becomes great?
Yeah.
Right there.
But that's
right there.
But I had this because I'm sitting there in the game and I'm begging Troy Vincent at the time, who's the corner. He was, the head of the leadership group. I said, hey man, I'm gonna check the plays, and I was thinking like I'm with the Titans, so I can just do what I want to do. He's like, no.
Tell me out here, Troy.
I was like, dude, we're gonna get 8 alive. He said, He said, no. You need to let Jim Johnson see that this ain't gonna work. I said, but on a half hour, we had
that's crazy.
Right,
you need to let the coaches see that this is going to fail.
Yeah. So
that's wild.
That's their job.
I'm in game saying, no, I'm thinking competitor. I want to win. Yeah. I know what they're doing.
And Troy's like, nah, bleep them.
No, do not do that.
That's nuts.
And what do you think my reaction was? Like, it was not good.
Yeah.
I was, blah, 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 that. And, Troy is real, religious. I'm going to just say that.
Yeah.
He's like, why are you cussing? What? This is what we got out of this conversation?
I'm trying to win.
This is what we got out of this conversation.
No. I was like, he's like, nah, man. We got to. He said we got to learn. By the way, we end up 13-3.
That's great.
And that was one of the 3
That
losses.
was one of the 3 losses. That story and just Brian Dawkins in general.
Oh, Brian Dawkins. He was insane.
He had 2 lockers.
Yeah.
Brian Dawkins had 2 lockers.
What was
one
it?
for the Wolverine?
Yeah, Wolverine. That's him. And it had these dolls in there that had his face on it, and it was Wolverine's body all swole with the things coming out.
Let's do this when we come back.
We got some updates on who's dressing.
We've got Titans inactives and Buck's facial expression.
You're going to want to hear this.
Blaine is dressing. I'm getting ready right now.
We will do that when we come back. Stay tuned. The inactives coming up next. Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising.
Let's
Lee
go.
Company. All you need. Visit Lee Company online at leecompany.com.
Tighten up.
For Titans Radio, 104.5 The Zone.
It is the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff with Blaine Bishop and Buck Rising. I'm Brent Doherty. We are outside Gate 3. If you're wandering around aimlessly drunk and want to hang out with us, you can. Is it too early to be in that state?
Yeah, I wish we could get going. So, I mean, I would love to crack a beer in a press box, but, that's a little beyond the scope at this point.
Titans radio coverage of Titans Colts is next on 104.5 The Zone, coming up at 11 o'clock.
I don't
Taylor
even drink
Sarser,
beer.
Coach Mack, Amy Wells, Rhett Bryan. Yeah, you drink tequila.
Big fan of tequila.
Yeah. All right. Do you have? Well, let me say this first.
Reposado?
Yeah, at the least.
Who do you take me for?
And Yeho. Lee Company. All you need. Visit Lee Company online at leecompany.com. The inactives.
Okay. I have.
You gave a facial expression when you read this list.
Well, because it's stinky. This is the situation for the Titans. They are without starting corner Jarvis Brownlee Jr. They are without starting right tackle J.C. Latham. They are without starting right guard Kevin Zeitler.
No.
Today they are without Kevin Winston. The safety depth corner Samuel Womack, the former Colt. They are without James Williams, because Kaiser White is going to be a call-up for today's roster. So James Williams down, Kaiser White up.
Whoa. Why? James Williams is not dressing?
Blaine, he keeps getting penalties on special teams. Like, he's got 3 of them in 2 games.
2 months ago, we all thought that guy was going to start at inside linebacker.
You got to do something with the opportunities that they give you.
He was competing to start. I thought Gray would win, but I know a lot of people thought, oh, man, that's man. And White is legit now. This guy was a starter in this league.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen.
How affected are they with the starting right side of the offensive line out?
Blaine, doesn't it immediately require them to keep help in, whether it's tight ends or running backs and pass protection?
Well, they can't do it all game. But
sure.
That's the whole. So that's the piece of the puzzle that, as a coach, that you're conflicted with. And I think that's what happens with Callahan in these games when guys start false starting, then they get behind the chains, and he starts kind of going through, what can I call? And so now that's where you're at even before the game starts. So guess what I say? I'm either going to just stick with what we call and we run, and you're going to have to live with it. We're going to help you out here or there, but I'm not going to change my whole offensive game plan because of who's out there and who's not. Eventually, it's going to get to that.
The other thing that's worth noting here, guys, we touched on it in the first hour, but if you're just now joining us for the Lee Company Countdown to Kickoff, Tavondre Sweat is also not available for this game. He does not have to be listed as an inactive because he is on injured reserve. So because he is shut down for this game and then the following 3, Sweat is also not available for this game. He did not play in the last game either.
How surprised were you that they put Tavondre Sweat on IR yesterday? Which means he will miss at least 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, given that he told us, it's just a tough thing because the guy is literally in the locker room on Wednesday saying, yeah, I'm going to play. I'm going to be out there Sunday.
Yeah.
And then he gets out there in Thursday practice. He's a big man dealing with an ankle injury. I'm not sure specifically how he re-injured the ankle, but whatever it was enough. It was significant enough for him not to be able to put weight on it, Blaine. You saw that video of him kind of.
Yes, I might post a video.
Blaine notices if you've got like a little thing off in your walk.
Yeah. Well, it matters.
Even if y'all walking around.
Yeah.
It's my trained eye. Because guess what? I would use every bit of that in the game. Oh, T.O., your ankle is looking like it's a little sore. Hey, bud. Hey, man,
it's like that UAB guy that stepped on a Vols kicker's foot yesterday.
You want every advantage you can get. Hey, man, how's your ankle? Is it doing good? Man, I saw you were limping around last game.
How was he not kicked out?
That's
that
crazy.
Game? I mean, he literally, for those that didn't see it,
stomped on the foot and ran away.
They make the extra point. My man for UAB comes by the kicker, sweeps the leg like Johnny in the Karate Kid.
Sweeps the leg.
I mean, kicked him in the shin as he walked by.
And they didn't call a penalty?
They called 15-yard penalty, but they should have thrown him out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a dirty, dirty thing. Oh. Now, let me ask you this. Tyler Warren, which we'll talk about how significant of a piece he is to that offense right now, rookie tight end, he has been dealing with a toe injury all week. Is that something, as a player, you would have noticed in terms of the injury report? Okay, this guy's playing, but he's got an injured toe. I might walk a little hard around him.
All right, here, I'm going to tell you what they used to do during our time. I don't know if they do it a little bit different. I'm sure they do something. They would send out the injury report in paper-clipped printouts and would have them all around the locker room at the practice facility.
Everybody knows.
And so everybody knows. So you go through and read those, whether you're sitting there doing buy time or somebody's playing video games or you're in the bathroom, whatever it may be, they were everywhere. So naturally I would. So in this game going in, I would definitely accidentally step on his toe.
Definitely.
I mean, Tyler Warren's got to be aware of that, right? Like,
Oh, no, he's a rookie. He's not going to be aware of it.
Yeah, they'll make him aware.
Because it could be a conversation where the ref is talking to different guys and you just come over there and just having chit chat and say, hey, man, oh, my bad. I stepped on your toe. Or after a play, you get, dang, my bad. I didn't see. I was falling.
Whoops.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm telling you, a guy like this, and if I had to be the guy coming, there is no question. I'm trying to figure out how I can do it in warm-ups. Like, yeah.
So we talked
There's no way around. This guy's, he's fantastic. Phenomenal athlete.
We talked about Alec Eilmanor. He was up for the Rookie of the Week. 6 targets last week, 4 receptions, 56 yards, a touchdown. Also a defensive pass interference attributed to him. Causing that. The Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Week for Week 2 was Colts tight end Tyler Warren. Warren had 4 receptions in the Colts' 29-28 win over Denver. He also had a team-high 79 yards receiving. He is a problem. From JT Rumke, I think?
Yes.
Through 2 weeks, Warren is commanding a 25.4% target share with a 24% first read rate from Daniel Jones.
Oh, my.
Likes his tight end.
They've been motioning him in the backfield. He's doing all kind of crap, man.
Yeah.
Same stuff he did at Penn State.
That's exactly right.
I mean, he was the best player on Penn State's offense, so they're trying to figure out as many different ways to get him the ball as humanly possible. Obviously, Shane Steichen is going to trickle that up.
And they're dictating matchup.
Yeah.
And who we got together?
I was going to ask you.
I don't know.
You give me the
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Playing the answer can't be
I don't know. Like, I was hoping
check this
Winston
out.
That's
have
crazy.
have his, aha
Winston
moment.
back, yeah.
And had to guard,
Is it
Warren.
Xavier Woods?
Well, hookers are better safety.
Hooker?
So he's paid the big bucks.
Yeah. Go get him, big guy.
So check
When I
this
was
out.
playing it, it's like, Blaine, you got Shannon Sharp. Blaine, you got Tony Gonzalez. Blaine, you got... I'm like, oh, man, thanks, Ed. I really appreciate that. Dang, this is going to be a fun
That's what I get for being better at my job than you.
I get all of the great... Like, hey, man, this is not fun, man.
All right.
So check this out. Warren has 155 yards receiving in his first 2 games, 93 of the 155 coming after the catch.
Dude.
This dude is special, man. 2 weeks in.
First of all, how was he not the first tight end taken?
The Bears are dumb.
took Loveland.
Bad
who was a good
organization,
player,
stay
but
bad.
he wasn't like this guy. No, nobody was like that. He was the Brock Bowers of this draft. There was no doubt. I watched film on all these guys. I was stunned.
And he's creeping up in the Rookie of the Year odds, Offensive Rookie of the Year odds for sure. Because Genty hasn't had a great start as far as
but
the
that dude's
efficiency.
going to be awesome.
I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Clark
you
was
think he's gonna be okay?
way premature on the
I like him, man.
on the freak out stuff around Ashton Genty. And then obviously Cam Ward is on a struggling team that is not going to be a popular vote type of team here with the Titans. So between Ted McMillan and Tyler Warren, it's an interesting year for skill guys.
Any bold predictions?
Today?
Yeah, or on who gets Rookie of the Year?
I already asked him if he thought the Titans were going to win. He said no.
No, I'm not dumb.
Hey, I'm not gambling, so I don't. You can't
Blaine, I'm not taking a money line straight up either way or against the spread either way. I'm good on that.
Hey, when you're in the division game, man, I'm telling you, anything's possible. I'm not putting it past it.
Rookie of the Year. I mean,
I hear you on that.
The Warren thing is interesting, guys, because this is the kind of thing that can be talked about as a matchup type of situation.
Yes.
Disrupting the quarterback, disrupting Daniel Jones, trying to find a way to get him off his game. There is no quarterback, maybe Joe Flacco, actively in the NFL right now who favors his tight ends as much as Daniel Jones has with Tyler Warren. That was the same thing with Darren Waller at New York. It's just that Darren Waller was the only guy. Daniel Jones throwing a lot of balls over the middle. It's just hard for you to physically sustain that kind of punishment if you're Darren Waller, even if you're a bigger than average or larger than average player. So you've got a guy that your quarterback or the opposing quarterback is very, very comfortable with. Is that the thing that you do? Is that the thing that you prioritize taking away? Because it's, in theory, 2 birds with 1 stone. If I get the quarterback out of rhythm by taking away Tyler Warren or trying to take away Tyler Warren, is that the advantage there that the Titans try to go with? I'm not sure.
Yeah, if I'm the Titans defense, I'm just calling my defense how I'm going to call it because I don't have confidence in that we're going to – and that means getting after quarterback because that's one person that I can't affect. Warren, you got Pittman. Guys going to just have to.
Jonathan Taylor.
I mean, man, you got to stop the run. Let's start there.
That's number one.
And if they don't do that, that's what I'm watching throughout the first half. Like, oh, man, because sometimes there's an illusion. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Last week, we were winning at halftime. I'm up in the booth and goes, but we shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. The team with the dominant team who was controlling the game was the visiting team. And so they made a few mistakes there. Gave us the illusion that the Titans were the better team because we were up. Not now. It's every game there is a different game. You can be the better team and still lose. But I thought it was fool's gold because how much dominance there, and then that crazy Stafford interception. That had to be. I know he was beating himself. And I knew he was going to come out second half like,
Hell of a play for Cody Barton, though.
Oh yeah. Well, it was disguised. He was on the line. He drove out there. He didn't think the guy was going to be out there. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking that shows you how pre-snap, because once he snapped the ball, it was pretty obvious where he was going.
Yeah.
See, so he just knew he wasn't going to get there and could beat him.
Yeah.
Great play by Cody.
Well, and that's the thing, right? That we talk about each week is can they find ways? Like it's going to be a thing. No matter who you play, no matter what level of football, can you disrupt the quarterback? The Titans have struggled with that. I think Bo Nix was creating a lot of his own pressure. He felt a bit frenetic in the pocket in Week 1 in Denver, and those Femi pressures that he had early on, the 2 of the 3 pressures that he's got, which leads the edge guys, were unblocked. I didn't do it. You made a face. I didn't do it. Blaine, I gave you a number.
You said 2 of the 3 is little.
That's the pressures. Blaine, it's the number. I'm not bad for pointing out the numbers. If the numbers are bad and I point them out, that's their fault. That's not my fault.
Does he have better numbers than Ryan Claiborne? Right there. Yeah, they shout at him. I don't think. I think Claiborne has more pressures than Femi.
The 2 against Denver was simply staying at home on a quarterback waggle, right? So, good job by him.
See, that was worse than what I did. See what he did? I didn't do that.
Well, it's true though. He stayed at home. Good job. I was impressed because it was a young player staying at home.
He did.
For sure.
He didn't fall for the eye candy.
Yeah, he did. So
or bite the cheese or whatever you used to say. Yeah.
Take the cheese.
Take the cheese.
There's a lot of issues there, but if you can't stop the run, that evolves into a whole nother creature.
So we were kind of hitting on creating pressure right through scheme.
Yeah.
This offense has proven to, like, you don't do that and you play straight up because you want the Colts to drive the length of the field. Well, they've proven that they can do that.
Yes.
14 of 17 drives we talked about, they've scored. So is this the kind of offense where you want to try to disrupt them?
Well, if I was a coordinator, I would probably have 2 different schemes if I'm going. I would want them to earn it because I don't believe Danny Dimes can actually really do that consistently. But you will have to put pressure on them. So how much are you going to go into the grab bag of blitz pressures all over the place, different kinds, zone blitz schemes, regular blitzes, man-to-man blitz, or are you going to make him earn it? So I think every drive you need to give him some different looks because you got to get them out of rhythm. I mean, they are hot right now, and until you get them out of their rhythm, I mean, that is insane to me.
They haven't punted. The punter is making whatever he's making, and he's just like, hey, man, I'll be over here, y'all.
I mean, he's collecting a check.
So he's already got an excuse for if he shanks the first one.
Yeah,
I've been sitting for
underworked
for 3 weeks.
Lee Company, all you need. Visit Lee Company online at leecompany.com. Lee Company countdown to kickoff. One thing I wanted to hit on with Cam Ward, 19 of 33 last week, 175 yards and a touchdown against the Rams. He's completing 50.8% of his passes. He said this week he's not concerned with completion percentage. He's concerned with scoring touchdowns and winning games. Are you guys concerned about the completion percentage? 50.8.
Well, I'm less concerned. Let me contextualize it this way. I'm less concerned about the completions percentage for him than I am about the people who are not on the opposite end of the not completed passes. I'm more concerned about Calvin Ridley dropping the ball than I am about Cam Ward's completion percentage.
Yep.
Because there are opportunities there to be had. I think that's also something that Brian Callahan is having to deal with because there are opportunities where these guys are getting open. I know Ellick had one in the first game. Calvin had 2 in the first game. He had one really bad one here last week where, at least from my – Blaine, you're sitting with me or sitting close to me in the press box. Looked initially like, at least from my vantage point, like there was a little contact. You watch it back on TV. It's just a clear drop on Calvin Ridley. So I'm not trying to do the thing. I'm just saying. You know?
No, I know.
You sounded like me there.
You just sound like you enjoy it so much more than us.
Stop it. Don't do that to me, Ricky. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. No, I'm looking at Cam, and I like – he can't get caught up in a numbers game, an accounting stats game, right? He's just got to do the things that are necessary to win the game. If he can put them in positions, and I think that's what he's speaking to. Like, I'm not caught up in the numbers. If my completion percentage is below 50 this game, but we won by 2 scores, what do I care? You know, it's just like, can you do enough when called upon?
The Titans trust their home stadium to Lee Company to tackle their heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical problems, and they can protect their home, too. Your next play, visit LeeCompany.com. Lee Company, all you need. Again, Jarvis Brownlee Jr. out. Tavondre Sweat out. Yep. Right tackle, J.C. Latham out. Kevin Zeitler, right guard, out. This will be interesting.
Don't smile at me like that. I would love interesting. Interesting would be great.
How did the Titans get the dub?
Anthony Richardson has to play.
Oh, my gosh.
No. No. Here's the
Travis
recipe.
Kelce,
Come on,
Here's the recipe.
Come on, Hitman.
DK gets a return to start the game off.
Okay. I like that.
Snead gets a pick 6, and we're at 14-0 because we need that cushion, and then it becomes a game. Or 10-0.
I like that plan. Creative writing. I took that class.
Yeah. And then now you give your defense.
In all seriousness,
you just don't know.
it's a divisional game, and you keep making that point, and that's kind of where I am.
Time to step up.
Time to step up. Titans radio coverage of Titans Colts is next on 104.5 The Zone. Thanks for listening. Go Titans.
Tighten up.
Good luck.
Scoop.